The House Prosecution Panel dares the defense to produce Mary Grace Piatos, one of the individuals who supposedly received confidential funds of VP Sara's office. On BNC's memo, House Prosecutor and Manila 3rd District Representative Joel Chua said a non-appearance by Piatos would boost the prosecution's theory that her identity was fabricated. The prosecution is expected to present evidence on the confidential funds charge on July 22.
Ayun, siguro dapat alamin din natin. Maski kami, hindi rin namin kilala eh.
Oo. So, paano magiging approach ng prosecution patungkol dito, sir?
Well, part siya sa testigo na patatawag namin.
Oo.
So, kung may papalabas nila, pag may lumabas sa Mary Grace Piatos, pag ito'y sinampina ng impeachment court, di may opportunity na kami para tanungin siya. Pag walang lumabas, so malamang tama yung tsurya namin na talagang mawala talaga itong taong to.
House prosecutors have long said that revealing Vice President Sara Duterte's bank and tax records will give senator judges a complete financial picture before they render a verdict. Pumunta tayo kay Isaiah Mirafuentes ng Abante Live mula sa Senado. Isaiah, ano ang game plan ng prosecution ngayon?
May ngayong araw nga walang inaasang ihaharap na testigo ang prosekusyon sa impeachment court. Subalit, inaasahan natin na mas magiging mainit ang talakayan kaugnay pa rin nga sa hiling na buksan ng tax and bank records ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Mahalaga ang mga dokumentong ito na magamit na ebidensya para sa isang article of impeachment kaugnay sa unexplained wealth. Hindi pabor dito ang defense team dahil sa posibilidad na paglabag sa batas, partikular na sa bank secrecy law at data privacy. Sa ngayon, nasa kamay ng mga senator judges ang kumpas kung bubuksan pa ang mga dokumentong umano yung magsasabi kung hindi may paliwanag na yaman si VP Sara. Ayon kay House Trial Spokesperson at Lanao del Sur Representative Zia Alonto Adjong, mahalaga ang mga dokumentong ito para maging kumpleto ang hatol ng mga senator judges at hindi nakabase lang sa presumption. Mailang minuto na nga lang at magsisimula ng ikapitong araw ng impeachment trial laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte. At ngayon nga bago magsimula ang trial, makakasama muna natin si House Trial Spokesperson at Lanao del Sur Representative Zia Alonto Adjong. Thank you, Kong. Thank you for your time. Alam kong medyo tight yung time nyo, pero thank you for giving us time dito sa Billionaire. First of all, Kong, during the time ni PRRD as the President, naalala ko, ang pinapakita nilang mukha sa publiko na hindi sila ganun kagalanteng pamilya, simpleng pamilya. But this time, one of the article of impeachment is based on unexplained wealth of the Vice President. And this time, hinihiling natin sa impeachment court na babuksan yung tax and bank records ni VP Sara. Can you explain to the public why is it necessary to open those documents? Bakit? Pwede ba nating masabi na medyo naging pakitang tao lang yung ginawa ng administrasyong Duterte, no?
Well, unang-una, dito sa impeachment court na to, impeachment proceedings na to, isa yan sa mga naging allegation, no? Yung unexplained wealth. So, ang inaasahan talaga natin na mangyayari is that yung request natin for the subpoena dito sa mga transaction records ng bangko, ng AMLA, pati na rin sa ITR, ay makuha ma-obtain ng impeachment court dahil karapatan nila ito. Kumbaga, binibigyan sila ng constitution na katangi-tanging mandato, authority at power ang impeachment court para magkaroon sila ng pagkakataon na makita ang lahat ng importanteng ebidensya. Kasi pinag-usapan natin dito sa second highest official of the land. Hindi ito simpleng ordinaryong trial. Trial ito kung saan tinetest yung fitness ng isang nakaupo dito sa opisina na to, na impeachable officer, kung talagang patok, kumbaga, na-reach niya o yung kanyang yung kanyang pagdideklara ng kanyang salin ay naging 100% truthful ba ito? Na according to the Constitution, kung meron talagang undeclared or unexplained wealth, ay hindi niya na-reach yung na-met, hindi niya na-meet yung constitutional standard of allowing herself to be continuously within the office. So yung po yung kailangan na makita ng korte at hindi sana maklip yung kapangyarihan ng korte na ito, ma-access itong mga dokumento na to.
And I remember kung during the time na nasa yung itong impeachment ay nasa Kamara pa during the House Committee hearing, I think it was 6 billion pesos yung nakita ng AMLAC dun sa transaction niya. And ang declaration ni VP Sara dun sa Salen is nasa around 80 million pesos. And then the explanation of the defense was dahil meron naman daw pumapasok at nilalabas yung total ng 6, kaya nabuo yung 6 billion. Like, sinasabi nila na hindi naman yun yung laman lahat ng account ni VP Sara. Anong sagot nito?
Well, it does not matter whether that the amount is in the accounts. What is important is that the AMLA, according to their report, suspicious transaction. Ibig sabihin, it's more than the allowable 500,000. Kasi di ba, lahat naman tayo nagkakaroon ng deposit and withdrawal sa bangko. And so, mayroon kasing allowable lang, di ba? If it's more than the 500,000 allowed amount to be withdrawn, medyo magde-declare ka doon sa pupunta ka sa managers, di ba? Sa manager ng bangko, and then you would explain. Kasi that would still cover under the suspicious transaction. So regardless whether, because that's the defense, and we will see whether totoo. Kaya nga ito yung rason kung bakit kailangan natin yung makita na yung records para makita kung totoo ba yung aligasyon at saka yung depensa, no? Para makita natin kung ano ba talaga yung nilalaman nitong mga bangko na to, not really to arrive into a conviction, but to allow the court to satisfy itself, no, with sufficient evidence and access to this evidence for them to reach a verdict which is impartial and sound, no? Kasi paano naman din mag-decide ang korte kung hindi nila nakita yung mga dapat makita, no? So going back to your question, it's actually the suspicious transaction that was flagged by the AMLA. So I think it's not so much on how much money is there in her bank account. It's the fact that she did not declare this in her SALN, which is actually a very huge amount. We're talking of not only hundreds of discrepancy, but billions, di ba? Billions. So, nararapat lamang na makita natin at mabigyan ng pagkakataon ng korte na ma-exercise niya ang kanyang karapatan, ang mandato, para the whole picture, no? Makita ng korte at masuri niya ito yung mga ebidensya na to para rin pagdating sa panahon na siya magbibigay ng verdict ay base doon sa mga legal documents at mga ebidensya na nakita nito, no? It goes either way. It can be, in fact, it can even support the claim of the defense. Yeah, kaya nga sinasabi natin, the securing this evidence and these materials does not really automatically satisfy or to the advantage of the prosecution. It can be the other way around. What is important is ang taong bayan nagdidiman ng katotohanan at ito yung pagkakataon na may bigay natin sa kanilang demand, which is katotohanan, walang halong manipulation. It's a truth and the whole truth but nothing but the truth, no?
Kung last question na lang sa akin na bago ko ibigay kay May, mabilis lang. I do remember during the time of impeachment trial against former Chief Justice Corona, merong siyam na senador, based on dun sa bilang ko, may siyam na senador na noon at senador ulit ngayon. At kabilang kong sa pinagbutuhan during the time na impeachment ni late former Chief Justice Corona is yung bank and tax records din. And isa sa mga nag-yes doon ay si Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, Senator Pia Cayetano, and Senator Ping Lacson. This time ba, if ever man mag-iba yung sagot nila, maaari bang ma-question yung consistency nito mga senador na to?
Well, una-una nakakatulong kasi yung precedence, di ba? Yung mga naganap nung nakaraang mga impeachment trial, it will give us an indication, at least sa publiko, kung paano na-appreciate ng huwes, nakaupong huwes, yung pag-arrive nila into decision. Maganda kasi na brought out mo yung Corona impeachment kasi ang naka-impeach talaga kay the late Chief Justice is yung kanyang non-disclosure kanyang SALN, which basically is the very contention of the under Article 2, no? Which is unexplained wealth, no? So what we expect from the senators is from the senator judges is to allow the access of this evidence to be provided by these agencies so that they can actually see kung ano yung mga ebidensya, ano yung mga materials, ano yung mga dokumento na po pwedeng either way. It can go to the advantage of the defense or it can go the other way around, no? Ang sinasabi natin is for the Senate to really appreciate nga itong mga ebidensya na to, dapat may access at di maklip ang kanilang kapangyarihan. As to how they will proceed, once these documents are secured and obtained by the impeachment court, that to us would depend on how both panels would argue, no, based on not only this evidence but the testimony of those who can actually testify and corroborate and to be corroborated by the evidence that we will present. It's how they will individually proceed, no. So titingnan natin what is important. What is important is that ang impeachment court hindi bumaba ang kanilang kapangyarihan, hindi maklip, no, ma-restrict ang kapangyarihan. At the same time, indication yan, Isaiah, na ang taong bayan ay nakikinig din, nagsusuri din, at binabantayan din itong proceeding ng impeachment court na to a point na hindi mo maiwasan na mag-reference sila or magamit nila yung corona impeachment trial as their indication na ganun din bibigyan ng sapat na panahon, pagkakataon ang mga huwis tulad nung na-exercise nila nung corona impeachment at dito rin nila dapat ma-exercise at yung kanilang power, no. So the way that they exercise it during the corona impeachment would be similar to the way that they will exercise their right, no, on this particular impeachment trial.
Alright. Thank you so much, Congressman Adjong. At least napapaliwanag po natin yung mga impormasyon na kailangan malaman ng taong bayan. At yun nga, Mike, ang kaabang-abang ngayong araw ay kung ano ba ang magiging desisyon ng mga senator judges kaugnay pa rin nga sa bank and tax records ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Mike.
Maraming salamat, Isaiah Medafuentes at Representative Adyong. Aabangan nating lahat day 7 of the trial coming to you in less than 40 minutes at 2 p.m.